Hi, my name is John Reddy, and I'm a director in the Pacific Northwest. I've been asked to talk about my process as a director, and I don't claim to have all the correct answers. I'm just sharing what my experience has been as I've learned in my directing process. A tiny bit about my history. I've been directing theater since 2012, and then I started directing film in 2016. The way that I like to think about actors is as an athlete, and I think of myself as the director, as their coach. So each athlete has their own individual strengths and weaknesses, and it's the coach's responsibility to see that in the athlete and then coach them in the way to make them the best team member that they can possibly be, because filmmaking is a team sport and it should always be collaborative. I myself have been an actor longer than I've been a director, so what I've come to understand is that each individual actor has a few intrinsic traits about themselves that they're going to bring into every role that they're in. So it's counterintuitive to try to get them to be somebody completely different from themselves. It's your responsibility with them to collaborate and create a mixture of both the actor and the character. As far as working with actors, a comfortable actor is one that is going to perform at their best when they're the most relaxed. So what's important is to establish your relationship with them in all of your correspondences, whether it's electronic or in person. What I've observed is that making somebody laugh is your foot in the door with establishing a connection with them. I will sometimes tell a dad joke before we roll, so that way the actor loosens up if it's appropriate to feel like that way in the scene. Action.
I feel like I'm the Sims.
Like a Galliva. Meluga.
That was like awkward. I feel like, was that hug too long?
I think you should maybe let her initiate the hug.
Okay.
Yeah. And then it's just very, very warm, because at this point it's like, hey, pal.
Okay.
Instead of like, it's okay, it'll be okay.
I feel safe here.
How about we do the candle again? We'll take it from the candle. Yeah.
How do you, I've never used a lighter. Really?
So here's how you do it. You hold it a little bit on that and on this here. What, you never smoked a cigarette? Honestly, if it took you a second to get it right, then just stay in it, like, although not like in a theater, like, start, but more like a, come on. Because it's almost funnier if it's like deadpan. Like, come on. So I'll start from the can, we'll put the candle back in. You know what, I've been still rolling. How about we just take it from the cupcake? Rolling. Action. Don't let her take a bite. That's what I was like, you just be like, no.
No. Okay.
Yep.
What I found is that offering praise when they do good is very worthwhile, because it helps them continue to move in the correct direction. And instead of telling somebody that what they did is bad, what I like to do is offer a suggestion for a redirection. So I don't say that this didn't work, I'd say, that's how that worked. What about under this circumstance, if we played it this way, how would that work?
Let's keep it there. Whenever you're ready, go for it.
Libby, listen to me very carefully.
Now this is coming off just a little bit hostile.
Okay.
This is more like a
Libby,
concern.
listen to me very carefully.
Yeah, just like a concerned adult. Like, imagine the gym teacher talking to her.
Okay. Libby, listen to me very carefully. Your mom might be mad at you right now. She would rather die for you instead of putting you in the ground.
Say that one more time, but say this as if you're talking to yourself.
Libby, listen to me very carefully. Your mom might be mad at you right now, but she would rather die for you instead of putting you in the ground.
It's very powerful. Good work.
What's it like? Death.
Make that more like you're afraid of what she's gonna say.
What's it like? Death.
Perfect. Perfect. You got a Golden Globe there. That was really good.
And it's better to not give somebody direction with an adjective saying, let's be likable or joyful. What's better is to give them an active verb that they can actually play to. So if their tactic is to butter somebody up, telling them to butter them up is an action that they can play to. My job is to make them understand the scene better and their role in telling the story. Saying, I don't know is also an answer, and it's a very important answer to have because there's no room for ego as far as film goes. If you tell your crew and your actors, I don't know, let's sit down and figure this together, that's going to be way more productive than trying to not let people see you sweat because no one knows everything. You need to understand that every single person in life in general has something to teach you. So do not discredit somebody for their age or their level of ableism. So don't discredit someone's experience or knowledge about a character or a subject. I frequently find myself learning things from kids, or at least just observing kids, and I've learned a lot from watching older people perform. Giving somebody a line read is perhaps the most insulting way that you can give someone direction, which is physically saying the line the exact same way that you want them to deliver it. I've gotten this on a short film I did in the past, and it just kind of felt rude. So instead of giving them the line read, I will give them another circumstance.
I served a lot of pizza and fries to pay for that blouse.
Make that more like your favorite neighbor that you've been so sweet with, that old woman across the street. She, for some reason, she blamed you for knocking over her mailbox, so you're just a little taken off, like...
That's such a specific example.
I'm hoping that specificity helps a little bit.
Yes, it does.
Okay.
I served a lot of pizza and fries to pay for that blouse. But he's got my blouse off. It's like a switch was flipped.
Another important thing when you're the director is to balance the importance of getting the performance that you need and staying on schedule. Because if you spend 75% of your time getting that first line right, you're scot out of luck. Always listen to their ideas and consider them. Listen and consider. It is okay to say that is an interesting idea. I just need a minute to think about it and I'll get back to you about it, and then follow through and get back to them on it. If you're just shooting down somebody's ideas and they don't feel heard, then you're not collaborating. Respect and safety is always number one. If you see an actor or a crew member saying that they're okay, but your context clues you infer that they're not okay, you just need to sit back, evaluate that situation, and make sure that you're putting everyone's safety and respect as your number one priority. Transitions are probably the most compelling part of a performance, so it's worthwhile before you actually do your first take to sit down and talk about the different beats in a scene, whether it be a chunk of dialogue or just their facial expressions. In order to make the most of your time, it's great to give your blocking to your actors while the crew is still setting up and have them talk through the scene, not even all of the lines, just make sure that they talk through at least some of the dialogue as they're moving physically between their spots, because that helps them memorize and lock that in better. And if there's an action, make sure that that action is paired with a line of dialogue, so that way there's continuity between your shots. So if somebody takes a puff of a cigarette, make sure that they're taking that puff of the cigarette right before they say their line every single time, or on one specific word.
Singing or something, I don't know, it doesn't make any sense.
So we're gonna give him his whole line. Let him get out his, like, the moment when you realize he's not getting anywhere is she's gone, man, like so dead, and then he gets his two things like cut, and there was a thing, and then that's when you're like, okay, you're not making sense. Important thing. Did you find her? Where is she? And with the breathing out, it's fine. Like you're like, okay, fine, whatever. And you're actually like, no, I'm not. No, I'm not. Is that Violet?
And that's after the which part?
So you've gotten the where is she? Is she hurt?
Where is she?
And then that's when you notice the sound. So you're like, oh, is that Violet? And then but then you realize it's a man with an axe in the dark.
Zach? Whoa, slow down. Hey.
She's back there. She's there was like singing or something. There was somebody behind her and they were singing.
Okay, relax, all right? Take a deep breath. In. Out.
She's gone, dude. All right, she is so dead. And there was somebody like singing with her, and they were singing together. But she also had a gash in her, so I don't know how she was singing. But
Okay, hold up. You're not making any sense. Did you find her?
Yeah, I found her. She's back there. Yeah, she's very hurt. She's dead, dude. I don't know how, but she
Zach.
was like, what?
And now I'm just gonna include some clips of me interacting with actors. Hopefully it's at least a little bit enlightening or gives you an idea.
I forgive you, turd.
That was great. Can you do that exact same way one more time?
I can try. I forgive you, turd.
That's really nice. That's really nice.
Glow with angelic radiance. Or
Actually,
something.
maybe kind of hold it like this. So that way, cool. Yeah. Kind of like this, so that way we can tell what it is instead of like pitch like American Homestead. You're very happy to see him, and you're also comforting. That's what we want to get from you
That's
right now.
the I forgive you part.
Yeah.
You burn the outside and then blow it off, and the inside's perfect.
Now say it like you're a dad talking about the perfect way to like grill a steak.
Okay.
S'mores for days, turd.
Thanks for the articulation on the video. That's very good. You know, when we were doing the voiceover stuff, when we're acting with our hands, act a little more with your hands here too.
Okay.
Yeah. And let me take it from the top. Do you want a second? Or
No,
good to go?
we'll roll it.
And I'm just gonna focus on you a little more. Action.
I wish I weren't alive. Why'd I take the wheel? Why couldn't I wait till morning? How?
Now you see what a difference that made right there?
Yeah.
You're not sure if the lyrics are for you or not. Or if you can even hear them all the way. Okay, we're good. I'm gonna do snap one more time. I just want a little more kind of like catching your, just a little, not like a rave, but you know. Okay, so just give a moment, collect ourselves back in that scared place. It's still here. You're not sure if it's here to hurt you or help you. Stay with it. Look back for a second. Look back. Okay. Do that one more time, just a little bit faster. So I'll give you the snap one more time for that, and you're sort of being like, am I gonna go? Am I gonna fight?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay. So we're back. You're not sure if he's here to help you.
Is this when it comes close to me?
No, this is when
Oh,
it's,
okay, it's already
after
okay.
it's been standing for a second, the second time. Okay. So you're not sure if it's here to hurt you or to help you. You're not sure if it's your friends pranking you. Switching. It's getting weird. Stay still. Swallow up your fear. You're not sure what's happening. Cut.
Them goodbye, so you iced all your friends and cut them from your life. Please let me help you to make things alright. I'll murder all your friends by the end of the night. I can help you, Jean. Let me kill them, Jean.
Jean.
Genie.
Jean. Hey.
Jean.
So he's gonna swing his axe into May, and I just gotta get the stuffing out of cheapest
so
stuffed animal I could find at
if we
the
light
store.
it-
He's gonna swing this. We're gonna go most of the way through the action here. Just gonna make a cut, and then
No.
the way it's gonna be framed, someone's just gonna be
so
under the
let's do
frame
his
holding this
LED
here.
outside.
You
That
just
should
kind
be
of look
bright enough to light
unbothered.
on the
So it's here. Maybe you like look at it for a second.
And then, do you want to just take
I mean, sort of like, you know,
the
it's
bulbs,
stuck in there a little bit.
the,
Get it out,
daylight
and
balance
there's going to
bulbs?
be some stuff in here. Maybe
the
we'll
word
put like a
those two
little bit
soft
of,
boxes and just bring those
not
over
like
around this
tape,
corner?
something sticky to
We
make
can
sure I
just
stay
stick
there.
it under
Like cotton,
Yeah.
maybe?
And then,
Oh,
Yes.
if
like,
you can't be
never mind.
Or
bothered,
do you want to motivate
That's just the
maybe
mic drop right
with
there.
this lamp and have
And
a
then
tungsten one?
would.
Let's do tungsten.
you don't have time for that. So this is when your weapon has now been taken from you.
Okay.
And I think we've talked about that's the moment where we're
Yeah.
finally revealing your expression right there. And you're
So,
kind of like, oh my god.
Brandon?
I'm gonna go from like
The tides have changed, yeah. So you don't have your axe anymore, so you're like, okay, well, you know, I'm still a big dude. You're gonna go for a punch. I mean, you're not gonna actually punch you. Stuck in this way. And then that's the moment where, if you want to do that real quick, where, I mean, not,
Oh, get out your guys'
just
way.
in the position rather.
Switch this.
You just got punched, yeah. So, yeah, a little bit to the side and your upper body a little bit back too.
Okay, so.
And then that's the moment you're just gonna appear from over here, and you're like,
So do we want to run through that whole thing? So motion.
yeah. And we're probably gonna even have a moment of you're watching from back there and you're like, is she stuck? Like, it's a little more you're kind of processing like a.
Okay.
That's funny. It's
So there's gonna be a long.
Again, I don't have all the correct answers. I'm just learning as I go, and I hope that someone else can learn from what I've learned by watching. Okay? Thank you for watching.